Thank you so much everybody else for saying table talk. Unbelievable. I just spent about 30 seconds explaining what needs to happen in the beginning. But that is alright. That is alright. I would like to say a very welcome to the Table Talk, and this is the first episode of Table Talk on the road and nowhere else. We are in the beautiful city of London. In which church? Which church is this?
Holloway.
Oh, it's Holloway. Okay, you need to talk with this mic. Sorry. We need to do it again because we didn't press the button. We're gonna do it. I do apologize. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Table Talk. Very well welcome, and thank you so much for the 6th time to the Table Talk because I again forgot to press the button. So we are now for the first time on the road, and we are nowhere else than in the beautiful city of London, in a church which is
Holloway.
It's Holloway. Absolutely, thank you so much. I struggled to remember that. So we got some comments online, and it was about to bring more people in the conversation. So today we have top people here, so we have not too much time to waste. And I want to introduce some people here which I know, and then George will introduce everybody else who he knows. And then George, if you don't know everybody else, shame on you. Okay, okay, let me just start on this. This man here is Ashley Mackenzie, who is now the Vice President of London Youth Federation. Almost sounds like yeah. Let's do it again. Okay. Okay. Also, we have George, who is my brother from another mother. He is. Are you the president? Are you president as well, or are you not president? He is a ninja. He's not president, but he's a youth leader in Lee Valley. Is that right, Church? Area coordinator as well. Yeah. Do you know what that means? No. You need to find out. Again, on the right hand side we have Lydia. Lydia is a familiar face. And now let me just actually introduce somebody on the table. Come a little bit closer because this is far away. Who do you know here?
Okay, we got John.
John?
Water.
John Water? Yeah? This church? Is this your church?
No.
Which church is your church?
Hanwell.
Hanwell. Where's Hanwell?
West London.
Oh, West London. Okay. Okay. Very good to have you here. Do you know anybody else here?
I got Joseph Jr.
Joseph Jr. Oh. Joseph Jr., we love you are here with us. Your name is not Joseph.
No.
George.
No.
Henrik.
Just stop.
Okay. No problem at all. Tell me your name.
Good morning, Luca.
Man, we love you here with us. George, introduce somebody from these two people here.
Deirdre from Holloway Church.
Deirdre.
Yeah.
We are, so you made a mistake, but we are very, very happy you're here. And this here is George. And introduce us please, because George doesn't know who this is.
This is Angelique.
Angelique, would we be able to get a clap for these young people? Absolutely. All right. Just today I read that people who are in relationships spend 119 minutes a day on their smartphones, and they spend 97 minutes talking to each other. Which simply means this, that the conversations are not happening as it should be, and that's the reason we found this beautiful table in Holloway Church, and we want to answer some of the questions which actually came from this beautiful crowd here. We love you. Okay, Lydia's going to read it because I struggle with reading English.
What do you do when you're feeling isolated and cut off from church and nobody has reached out to you and you're afraid to go back?
All right, tough question. You have about 3 seconds to think, and then you don't wait. Don't put a hand up. Just talk. Yeah. Asher would like to verify the question. He doesn't believe this question was asked or something like this. Who would like to have a go? Anybody start? So if you are isolated and nobody's reaching out to you, you're afraid to go to church, what's the end of the question? The end of the question is...
And you're afraid to go back.
What would you do, guys? Let's help this young person, whether it's a girl, boy, it doesn't matter. Yeah? Who wants to go? Lydia, have a go.
I have a suggestion.
You have a suggestion to talk to them back there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure about anyone else, but I think that this would be a great solution for me, and maybe it might work for other people as well. But I know social media is really good when it comes to connecting people. So what I would do is I would go on maybe, I don't know, Holloway social media. I'd look at the things that they have, like upcoming events and whatnot. I'd make sure to, I don't know, I just think that social media is always just a good way of just connecting with other people. I find that works for me.
So you would say that you would encourage that person to try to find what's happening and to social media to try to reach out?
Yeah, like
But if you're feeling isolated, I'm wondering,
it could even be you know, like liking the
liking the page or liking
page
searching the
or-
post.
yeah, the post or something, because I know that on the Holloway page, like
Yes.
the people that they talk to you
Yes.
from the actual page, so you never know, they might be missing you. Or
So you're saying to that person, you need to reach out a little bit.
yeah, it
just
has
a
to
little
be
bit.
it has to be a 50-50.
It has to be 50-50. Okay, let me just ask, are you good, guys, do you think it has to be 50-50? Yeah? Put a hand up. No, I was joking. So, what is your opinion? What would you do? This is the first, I think it's great, thank you so much for that. Everybody else doesn't know what to say. What do you think, guys? Yeah, go for it. Go.
I feel okay. Social media is good, but I feel you should. If you have a friend, ask your friend to come with you. If you feel like scared to go to the church, ask your friend to come with you for like support, or try and rekindle the friendship you had before when you went to the church. 'Cause
Okay.
even though they may not have contacted you personally, I don't think they'll turn away from you if you actually contacted them. So I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Okay, so that is, bring a friend. Okay, anybody else? Soldier?
I think that the 50-50 thing is true, but I would recommend.
Come a little closer.
I would recommend if you're finding it hard to reach out to someone in let's say if you go to Holloway, go to a church that speaks to you. If you're a youth, go
Okay.
to New Life. New Life is a youth church, I
Okay.
believe, and you have loads of people like. I remember there was someone who preached to us from New Life,
Okay.
and they seemed really understanding and really.
Okay.
a nice person.
All right, guys. So this young man is saying, if this church is not speaking to you, nobody's reaching out of this church, maybe you should look for the church around. Let me just ask the people here. Would you agree with this? Yeah. He's talking wisdom. Yeah. Would you do that?
What came to mind is the place in the Bible that says,
Okay.
if a man would have friends, he must show himself friendly. So I think it does make sense that even though it can make you feel insecure,
Okay.
to put yourself out there. The other thing I would say is pray.
Okay.
Because it's amazing, it might sound cliche,
Yes.
but you ask God to give you an opportunity, line up somebody, it's amazing how he gives you a break.
Okay. So what we heard there, maybe you heard, maybe you haven't heard, is simply he has. The Bible says, if you have a friend, be friendly. Kind of try to make that brave step forward, make yourself known, and also what we heard as well from the people there was. From the youth leader from this church is that actually you need to spend a little bit of time of prayer, ask for the God for that strength to make that step. George?
Yeah, I was just going to add as well that the question states, what do you do when you are feeling isolated and cut off from the church? So maybe that's a sign that God wants you to reflect back on yourself and find out what you can do for the church. As young people, we're always looking to what the church can give us, instead of what can I do in this church to make me better as a person, and also what are some of the spiritual gifts that I have inside me
Okay.
that I can provide for the church.
Okay. So
I
do
think that-
you think that maybe a little bit of time of isolation might help as a reflection time? Okay, Usher.
Just to add to what George was saying, sometimes we think of our church as a very small church.
Okay.
And sometimes you have to see that our church is much bigger than one individual church in a location.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily that you have to, leave your church, turn your back on your church and go somewhere else. But for example, look at what's happening here in 6A. One of the
Yes.
things that they're trying to push is unity among our churches.
Yes.
If in one particular location you're feeling isolated, you're feeling like you're not involved, come to something like this on
Yeah.
a Friday evening. Look and see what's happening as a community. We're all coming together. A lot of us are meeting each other for the first time.
Yes.
Develop those friendships from there, and then you'll find it a lot easier to sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? To sort of emerge back into your own church.
Okay.
Because now you've built those relationships in other areas, and you realize that you're part of a wider family,
Yes.
and not just the one individual local church that
Excellent.
you may be feeling isolated from.
Okay. Yeah. Are you happy with it? Do you think it is good? Yeah. Oh, good. My brother, you're sitting here. We called you to come and give us some wisdom as well. So what do you think?
I agree with all of them.
Okay.
I agree with all of the points,
Okay.
especially about being intentional.
Okay.
In a sense where it works like a friendship.
Yes.
If you want our friendship to grow, then
Yes.
there has to be a harmonious effort. So
Okay.
you call me, I call you, we go out, and so I just feel that if you want to come out of that isolation, then you're gonna have to come out of your comfort zone,
Okay.
and you might have to, I don't know, go to some events that you might not be as comfortable to go by yourself. But I think that, you know,
Yeah.
putting in the effort.
I agree. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Lydia,
Yes.
you're the last person.
It's possible also that if you're feeling isolated, there may be something in your life that is stopping you from actually making connections with other people. I don't know, you may be feeling depressed or something, which is something that you may be reflecting that on other people.
Yeah.
Like you might be thinking that other people are making you feel this way when actually it's something in your own life.